Small cap stocks are historically cheap, and they're looking extremely promising as we head into the new year. In this video, I want to explain why that is and why I'm so excited about small caps as we head into 2024. My name is Royce Jacob, and welcome back to Waves Capital. First things first, we have to understand what small caps are. Don't worry, we'll get to this article because there's some juice in here, okay? So, understanding small caps. We're going to read over very briefly what small caps are relative to big caps and large caps, mega caps, etc. Okay? On top of that, we do have some charts to look over. This is the S&P 500 large cap, 400 mid cap, and 600 small cap, just to give you guys some visual representation of where we're sitting historically. And lastly, I do want to take a look at TradingView at the IWM, which is the Russell 2000 small cap index. In my mind, this is probably the single index that best tracks the performance of small cap stocks. And right now, we're looking pretty good as we head through the holiday season. Okay, so good news there. At some point, I do want to dive into one of my recent newsletters, talk about how I'm feeling about small caps, and give you guys a few of my personal favorite small caps. But we'll get to that whenever I feel it's necessary. Okay, so that's the breakdown of the video, you guys. Please let me know in the comments down below if you're excited about small caps, if you're invested in small caps. If not, let me know why. If so, let me know what you're buying. And of course, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to join Waves Capital. Okay, so let's get to reading. Again, we'll take a look at these charts right after reading over this. Understanding small cap and big cap stocks. It's rare you hear big cap. It's usually mega cap. But the meaning of big cap and small cap are generally understood by their names, which indicate how valuable they are in terms of market capitalization. Big cap stocks, also referred to as large caps, are shares of larger companies. Small caps, on the other hand, are shares of smaller companies. Okay, so key takeaways is all we're going to read here. Big cap or large cap stocks have a market cap of 10 billion or more. Small cap stocks generally have a market cap of 250 million to $2 billion. Okay, so as you know what? I'll just get to reading now before reading over this to preface kind of why small cap stocks are so important to us at Waves Capital, and then we'll dive into some of these charts. Okay, so the markets have been tapering off over the course of the session. This was a few days ago. We're looking strong now, but the Russell 2000 small cap index continues to lead in gains, and this is a trend I love to see holding. Again, we'll take a look at the Russell 2000 at the end of the video. As you know, I rarely ever trade mega cap stocks or even big cap stocks, large cap stocks. I trade revolutionary hypergrowth stocks with smaller market caps that carry massive potential upside and even greater upside when trading options. This, of course, comes with significantly more risk, but more reward potential as well. Again, if you're part of Waves Capital, you would know that last week was a massive one for us, okay? So, again, more risk typically means greater reward. The risk is greater, but the reward potential is greater as well. That's small caps carry that, but options carry that as well. It looks to me like these historically undervalued small caps are beginning to win back favor over the big dogs. And if this trend persists, as I believe it will, then I couldn't imagine a better macro Christmas gift for Waves Capital. So the portfolio is absolutely loaded with small caps right now, you guys. I'll just say right now, just to give it to you guys, my 3 favorite small caps as we head through the holidays. I'll say C3 AI Inc., Riot Platforms, and Redwire Corporation. Okay, I would say those are my top 3 right now. Okay, honorable mention, definitely Pagaya Technologies. But those are my top 3 right now. I'm super excited for what's ahead. And if you guys do want to trade with me on a daily basis, if you want to know exactly what is in my portfolio, all the call options I have in my portfolio, when I'm buying, when I'm selling, why I'm trading them, with the trailer newsletters I send out every day. That's what we just read over. Below this, and some Bitcoin talk, is a complete breakdown of all of my new options trades. This is every single day in your email inbox, okay? This, if you would like to join, is in the first link in the description of this video, right under the like button. It's my complete portfolio and daily newsletter. $15 a month. If you guys are watching this before Thanksgiving, I might have a Black Friday sale going on, so look out for that. But you can choose from each of these pricing plans. Try it free if you want. The reason I have a free trial in place is because I'm so confident in the product I provide, and I trust you'll be sticking around. But if not, you can always unsubscribe. No worries at all. And If you do sign up, then welcome to the winning team. Welcome to Waves Capital. Look forward to having you. If not, no worries at all. I appreciate you watching this video once again. Let's take a look at the small cap, I should say multiple cap indexes. So large caps, S&P 500, large cap, S&P 500, as many of you know, is pretty much the king of the U.S. equity markets, the major index that pretty much everyone in the world follows, S&P 500 large cap index. These charts are displaying the forward PE ratios, okay? That's price to earnings ratio for the S&P indexes. Again, 500 large cap, 400 mid cap, and 600 small cap. As you guys can see, the large cap is currently trading at just under 19 as of, what is this? As of November 17th. Okay, I'm recording this on November 19th. As of November 17th, the S&P 500 large cap index is trading at 18.7. The mid cap index is trading at 13.4, and the small cap index is trading at 12.7. As you can see here, just zooming out, let's take a look at the large cap index, and you can see here that historically we're around the middle. We're around the 20. We've gotten lower, we've gotten higher, but right now we're pretty much in the middle. Mid cap and small cap are pretty damn the same. Small cap even worse so. You can see that the small cap index, the S&P 600 small cap index, is at lows that it's seen pretty few times over the course of the past 20 or so years, right? Because dating all the way back to 99. Right now, I would guess that there is some reversion to be had, okay? Again, the reason I say historically oversold is because of what you can see in front of us, right? We're currently trading at a 12.7. And right now, I feel like it's a good time to relay into this. You've got the visual. You can just see here that we're at the lower end of kind of this historic range. And, I'm not saying we should shoot up to 24, 25, but I do think a reversion to 16 to 18, similar to where the large cap index is right now, is warranted, okay? And again, if the S&P 600 small cap index, the Russell 2000 climb, it's very likely that the names even I just mentioned will climb as well. And again, it's just that general trend of small caps winning favor and capital choosing to find a home in small caps over large caps that are historically I don't want to say historically overvalued, but they're historically fairly priced relative once again to small caps, which are historically underpriced. There we go. Okay, so let's get to reading this right here. Okay, Barron's small cap funds are more promising than they have been in years. Here are the ones to buy. Just scroll down to here. You guys can go check this out. Just type in this title and read it for yourself if you want to read the whole article. I just want to read these two paragraphs. That's despite the fact that by many measures, small cap stocks are historically cheap relative to large growth ones. The average price to earnings ratio, which is kind of what we just looked at once again, of the Russell 2000 S&P 600 small cap index is less than 13. So again, we've recovered a little bit since these lows. This article was updated on October 11th, so about a month before this video. So we have recovered a little bit. But when it comes to the longer term, when it comes to the macro, we're still historically undersold. Okay, oversold, I'm sorry. Or underbought, whichever you choose to say. Okay? So it's 13. Meanwhile, the S&P 500's PE ratio is 21, and the tech-heavy NASDAQ and Russell 1000 growth PEs are 29 and 31. So the NASDAQ and Russell are significantly greater than the small cap indices, okay, respectively. In the cheaper Russell 2000 value, the PE is only 9.1. That's pretty crazy. The average PE ratio of the Russell 1000 Growth Index since the beginning of January 2010 was a little less than 24, says Phil McGinnis, Chief Investment Strategist at Avantis Investors. Depending on the small cap benchmark, since 2010, those PE averages are 18 or 19. About the only time McGinnis has seen the small versus large cap valuation gap wider was during the dot-com bubble's peak in January 2000, when Russell 1000 Growth was trading at 38 times earnings. So, again, small caps come with greater volatility, and that's very important to understand. That's a big reason why I said here that I prefer to trade not only small caps, but options on small cap stocks, okay? Volatility can be scary. It takes a strong stomach to withstand that volatility sometimes. But if you do play it correctly, and if you do your due diligence and do the proper work, you put the time in, then that volatility can work in your favor. That volatility can work for the bulls sometimes, okay? Volatility doesn't just have to be bad. Volatility, in my mind, is very good. I love volatility, okay? Thrive in volatility over a waves cap. But Keep in mind, small caps absolutely carry more volatility, therefore they carry more risk. But things can happen faster. And again, when we look, I just want to once again reference this prior to moving on to the Russell 2000 index on the charts on TradingView. You can see here, again, look at these spikes. Look at this, like how parabolic, look how sharp these movements are relative to kind of what we're seeing over here. Yes, COVID was kind of an anomaly, but overall, the Russell 2000 small caps, or the S&P 500's, Jesus, Russell 2000 small cap, S&P 600 small cap are going to be more volatile, okay? And right now, I do think, and you'll see this, like this little area right here actually looks a lot like what we're going to be looking at the Russell right now. It looks to me like we are due for a significant reversion to the mean. Again, I'm not saying we need to break back above 20 into the third, definitely like not into the high 20s. That doesn't make any sense. But we're too low, and I do believe a healthy reversion to the mean is in order at least by the first quarter of 2024. Okay? So to back this, take a look at the Russell 2000. Super simple here, you guys. We're in a very, very clear, pretty much just range. I would say like it's an ever so slight descending channel, but I would say this is more of a range that we're currently in. Very clear line of support on this range, a very clear line of resistance. Once again, if you don't believe in these stick figure trend lines, you haven't been trading for long enough. Volume is starting to pick up. You can see here just on Friday, November 17th, we had 43, almost 44 million volume on 41 average. I love to see that. I love to see the momentum we're seeing right now. We have broken, just to quickly draw here, we have broken above this line of shorter-term resistance, which is good news. Russell 2000 is officially in breakout mode right now. And I do think that the Russell 2K could lead small cap stocks higher because I do think that by the new year, which is right here, you can see, I do think we have another 10% ahead of us, which is good news for, once again, small cap stocks across the board. And of course, good news for us over at Waves Capital. Once again, if you do want to join Waves Cap, the link is in the description of this video. Welcome to the winning team in advance. If not, your loss. But regardless, I look forward to riding with all of you through the holiday season. We have some fun days, weeks, and months ahead of us. And I look forward to riding with you. I'll see you guys in the comments downstairs. And until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.